Oh, it gets so much worse. Marjorie Taylor Greene has just proposed a bill that would force the U.S. to redo its census, only counting U.S. citizens. Now, there's tons of reason. We count everyone here. We want to know who's here and how many. But she wants to count only citizens, only the citizens as defined by their new definition of citizenship, right? They signed the executive order to get rid of birthright citizenship so that they can define birthright by heritage or race, so that only those people count, only those people get to vote. And within this bill, it also redistricts many states to basically guarantee that Republicans control the House. It's gerrymandering, and it gives more electoral votes per capita to red voting states than to states with higher populations that traditionally vote blue. It gets so much worse. We also remember that Palantir was tapped to build a massive database with the Pentagon, the Department of Homeland Security, Immigration and Customs, and the IRS. All the information that we have on every single person, their voting history, their addresses, their income, their tax returns, so that census data goes to the people you want in your census. What if the census data just doesn't happen to show up in black and brown neighborhoods or in these blue cities, which is completely possible if you have a database to be able to determine who you have decided by your new heritage clause is actually an American citizen. And of course, there's all these claims that all this illegal voting is going on. And we know from the Brennan Center of Justice that that has never happened. They did an exhaustive study on 62 jurisdictions that were known to have high immigration populations. And out of 23.5 million votes, only 30 suspected non-citizen votes were real. Even Republican governors who've tried to prove that this is happening have done massive comprehensive studies spanning 2 decades and have not been able to prove a single instance of an undocumented person voting. It's not real. It's an illusion. But this bill would essentially restructure our entire voting process. It would also cause problems like in Georgia, where a county just didn't send the absentee ballots. They want to change mail-in voting because also they can use the post office or the county clerk's office to prevent votes from people getting sent in on time or to getting them their ballots at all. They also want to prevent people from being able to register to vote easily because Republicans win when there's a lower voter turnout. Up until recently, the Heritage Foundation has called for the constitutional amendments that go past the 10th Amendment to be repealed. That includes abolishing slavery, being able to vote no matter what your race is, the women's right to vote. It abolishes the ability of people to directly elect their senators. All of those amendments, they want to be gone. Because remember, when they talk about the Constitution, they mean First Republic Constitution, not the Constitution that guarantees equal rights regardless of sex or race, because they will not win if those people's votes are counted equally. They don't mind passing unpopular law like the big ugly bill and how much it hurts people because they're hoping that by the time those steep cuts go into place after midterms, we will no longer be able to have free and fair elections because they cannot win if we do.